my name is Kailey Mae and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. It's been a while since I made a talking video like this, but this is going to be the very first episode, or maybe I should say episode 0 of a new video series that I'm going to be launching on this channel in 2026. I imagine a lot of you guys know me from my streams where I love to yap and yap and yap, and for some reason I've never been able to bring that yapping energy over to any recorded content, but I've decided to be brave and I will be doing that this year. I've always dreamed of having a podcast, but think of this video series as kind of a little introductory, getting into things start. So this is going to be episode 0, not technically episode 1, because I want to give a little bit of backstory about who I am and to let you guys get to know me better. So like I said, my name is Kailey Mae. I am a content creator currently based out of LA. I actually moved here from Chicago in February, and that was a lot. Cross-country moves are always a little stressful. If you know, you know. I started being a content creator in 2020 though, and I think we can all think of something in particular that happened in 2020. I was a sophomore in college, going out, partying. I was living in my sorority house, and then boom, COVID-19 pandemic. I'm like, oh my gosh, what? In my apartment, lonely, depressed. I did not have anything to do. Schools were still figuring things out. Zoom University hadn't quite launched yet. So what did I do? I started going live on my MacBook Air. No equipment. I remember the fan would be so loud. I would have to use my wired Apple headphones and literally just using my really bad quality Mac camera. And I remember a friend had told me that I should start doing this, and I didn't even know what Twitch was, honestly, but they were like, oh, there's a category called just chatting. You'd probably be good at that. Which they weren't wrong. My senior superlative in high school was most talkative. And here I am as a professional yapper. But yeah, I just started going live every day for fun. Literally was not promoting my channel anywhere. I would literally have like 2 viewers and basically be having a one-on-one conversation. But since I was doing it every day, I was really consistent because I did not have anything else to do. And now, fast forward 5 years later, here I am. I did end up staying in college. I finished my degree and I majored in information systems. I actually was able to graduate with high honors. Yay, pretty good for streaming for most of my college career. So I majored in information systems, which was technically in the business school. I always describe information systems as the business side of tech. So I took a little bit of coding classes, but a lot of people that have my major, they would probably go on to roles that kind of mediate the business people and the tech people. So if you asked me to build an app, I probably wouldn't be able to do it, but if you asked me to like review the code or translate the technical language into an email to the higher, that would be me. I'd be that middle person. But what I loved about my major so much was learning about the internet, because a big part of my major, it's obviously how businesses utilize technology, right? So it's also how businesses utilize the internet and how the creation of the internet changed, impacted business, but also culture and the world. I felt like that was so fascinating to me. I actually came into college as a finance major, and I took my first finance course and I was like, sorry, like no offense to any finance bros out there, but I thought it was a little boring. But I took my first information systems class. I was like, changing my major right now. And best decision I ever made, because again, I loved my major. I honestly did not plan on pursuing content creation full time. So like I said, I ended up graduating, I got my degree, and then I had a job. I was a cybersecurity consultant. I actually do have a video on my YouTube channel somewhere if you want to know more about that. But it was a corporate job, and it was fun. I was kind of sipping that corporate Kool-Aid at first. And I remember telling myself, because I was doing pretty decent with content creation at that point in my life, and I remember telling myself, okay, but I worked so hard in high school to get into a good college, and then I worked so hard in college so I could get a good job. So here I am with the job I've worked almost my whole life towards, right? I was not gonna let that go. So I worked that job for a year, and I really did not mind my job. So well, I guess you guys can watch the video if you want to learn more about what I actually did. But the thing that really annoyed me, this was the biggest thing, was that promotions and whether you got raises or not was kind of based off of how your manager reviewing you and whether your manager was advocating. And for me, that was one of my biggest pet peeves for corporate, was it did not matter the quality of the work that I did. It was, did my manager like me or not? And so I don't know, that on top of some other things going on, I had a lot of frustrations with corporate life. I mean, I don't think that I'm alone in having these feelings. And at the end of the day, my job was great, okay? I don't want to sound ungrateful. It was a great job compared to many other jobs out there. However, I was working full time and still trying to stream and do content creation as well. I was so busy and I was just getting really burned out. I would like work all day and then stream at night, go to bed, do it again. And I just had no life outside of that. Like literally was not even having any, like my friendships were like deteriorating because I wasn't seeing them. It was bad. So I had to make a choice. And when I really sat down and I thought about it, I was like, I loved streaming so much, like as far as like also the freedom that allowed me in my life. Like I love being able to choose what days I work and everything. I do consider myself a pretty disciplined, structured person, so I think that I can do well not having the structure of an actual job. I know that some people aren't always good with that, but I think that I got very lucky in being able to handle that. And so yeah, I don't know, I ended up deciding to pursue content creation full time. I think I actually also have another video on this channel where I get more into that, but one of the best decisions I ever made. Not gonna lie, I feel like I have no regrets. I do think that sometimes I do miss certain aspects about working, even just little things like being able to go and see your coworkers. Like I was friends with some of my coworkers, I hope they're doing good, OMG. But at the end of the day, I feel like this is something that I'm like passionate about. I think that content creation or being an influencer, it's often seen as this really shallow thing, and granted there are a lot of people that go about it in a shallow way, but I think that starting with live streaming and doing it, like what kept me coming back was just the amazing conversations that I would have with my community. And I just feel like I also am a gamer. I loved the opportunity to be able to play games, and I was like, I can't believe people want to watch me, I'm not even good at games. But anywho, I just think that there's been so many surprises that I've been very pleasantly surprised with along my content creation journey. I feel so lucky, and thank you to anyone that has supported me along my content creation journey. I always say like I would have had a ton of student loans. I would have had to get a job. My game plan actually was to get a job in college because streaming helped pay for my degree. So I always say to anyone that supported me when I was still in college, like, you helped me get my degree, thank you so much. I think that I am very grateful to be able to do this with my life. And now I want to be able to give back in whatever way that I can. And to me, that means producing meaningful content for you guys, such as having these videos, provoking your thoughts, I don't know, sharing advice, doing whatever I can to have a positive impact on you. So I would love to hear for you guys to comment any ideas. If you've ever had like a really good conversation with me on stream or overheard it, feel free to comment. I'm gonna need a lot of video ideas if I want to be really consistent with this, which I will be, I'm determined to. I guess back to my little mini life story of I decided to go pursue content creation full-time in 2023, and that was really fun. And ultimately I ended up moving out here to LA in 2025. I didn't move out here just for content creation. I actually grew up here. If you didn't know that, I was born and raised in Southern California. I lived here for the first 14 years of my life, but then, I don't know, am I really sharing my life story? Then my parents got divorced, okay? Mom stayed in California with my brother, dad went to Illinois, I went with. I ended up going to college, high school and college in Illinois, and then my job offer was then also in Illinois in Chicago. So I lived in Chicago for like 2 years, and people always like, I don't know, ask which city I like better. And I always say I do honestly like Chicago better as a city. Like the vibes are there, it's walkable. I actually love the fact that there's 4 seasons. Like you can really feel the passage of time, but I always acknowledge that LA has better food, especially Mexican and Asian. It's so good. But yeah, I do have a lot of friends and family out here, so a big part of why I want to move back was to be closer with the people that I love. And also, again, lots of content creator opportunities. I feel like even just moving out here in 2025, like, I've already met so many new people. Like I can literally just go out and I'll just meet other streamers and content creators. It's honestly awesome. And I think it's really good because honestly, in that time period in between me quitting my corporate job and moving out to LA, I was pretty lonely. Like streaming can be pretty isolating. You're just kind of in your room all the time. Like, you know, I wasn't going to the office and chatting up with my coworkers anymore. So I think I've really loved being able to come out here and kind of network with my coworkers. I don't know, meet other content creators. It's been really cool. And also like I meet people who do such different things. And what made me finally pull the trigger was I met someone like literally a couple nights ago, and he was a content creator. He makes YouTube videos like this. And you know, I've always been like, I guess what's helped me back from even doing content like this is because I've always worried that I don't have anything important to say, or what I have to say isn't really worthwhile. I don't know why, I don't know where this comes from, but I'm deciding to be brave. I really want to put myself out there, and you know what? I need to, like, if people will watch me on stream, I don't know why I'm so afraid of posting a YouTube video. Maybe because it's going to be up forever. Who knows when you're watching this right now? But regardless, I do think that I really want to start putting myself out there and producing more of the content that I consume, because I love consuming like intellectual content, like people talking and really provoke. I love having my thoughts provoked. So I want to try and provoke your thoughts. How does that sound? Is that a good game plan? Okay, well, of course, feel free to comment any questions. I feel like, I don't know, I really want this episode 0, to be you getting to know me, and also me just like setting my intentions, like holding myself accountable. Like once I post this video, you guys are gonna be expecting me to post more. So you know what I mean? Like I have to do it. I gotta pull the trigger. Anywho, I'm really gonna try my best to make the best content that I can for you guys in 2026. I'm really excited. I feel like this is gonna be a really good year of action, of doing, of getting myself out there. Enough of the hermit lifestyle that I tend to lean towards, okay? I'm gonna go outside and touch grass this year. I'm determined. But if you've watched this video for this long, first of all, thank you so very much. Please consider leaving a like, and of course, like I said, commenting any video ideas, topics that you would love for me to talk about. I've also kind of debated, like, should I be more personal with this or should I not? I'm gonna kind of see what comes natural, but yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll probably be finding our flow with these first couple videos, you know? And of course, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I'm really excited for this video series. I'm gonna try really hard to be consistent with it, and I really look forward to kind of connecting with you guys and allowing me to show this side of myself that I don't always in my recorded content. Like, I feel like I show it on stream, but not in like any of my other content. I don't know why. I want to be brave though. I want to be vulnerable. I want to be talking about things that really affect me. I want to be, I don't know, like I just feel like everything's connected. I also feel like I've gotten really into kind of building a healthy mindset towards life. I've been reading a lot of books and just trying to be more open-minded when it comes to religion and spirituality. I feel like I love having conversations about that. I don't know why. I've been reading a lot of books about like Christianity specifically this past year, and I don't know, one of my favorite kind of conversations that we've been having on stream lately is around religion. I think that I would love for these videos to kind of be a little philosophical. So of course, you know, my life philosophy is also going to tie in with my life. So I would love to explain things with you guys. But at the end of the day, like, I just really want to spread more positivity and open-mindedness in the world. So again, thank you so much for watching this video. I can't wait to continue this series, and I'll see you guys next time for episode 1, the real episode 1. Sound good? All right, see you next time. Bye.